The Enforcement Directorate has intensified its investigation into the Bhutan vehicle smuggling case, conducting searches at 17 locations, including the residences of actor Dulquer Salmaan and Mammootty. Now, officials from the ED's Kochi unit carried out raids at 3 of Dulquer Salmaan's homes and at Mammootty's residence as part of a preliminary inquiry into the case. Earlier, the Customs Department had also conducted raids linked to the smuggling of vehicles from Bhutan. The latest actions by the ED are aimed at tightening the probe and gathering more evidence. The searches are based on inputs about a syndicate engaged in illegal import and registration of high-end cars such as Land Cruiser, Defender and Maserati through the India-Bhutan and India-Nepal routes. Preliminary findings, according to the officials, point to a Coimbatore-based network that used forged documents and fraudulent RTO registrations in Arunachal Pradesh, Himachal Pradesh and some other states. The vehicles were later sold to high net worth individuals, including film personalities, at undervalued prices, they alleged. The ED suspects that the case bears prima facie violations of sections 3, 4 and 8 of FEMA that involves unauthorized foreign exchange, transactions and cross-border payments through Hawala channels. The customs officials conducted raids at around 30 locations across Kerala on the 23rd of September, including the homes of the 3 actors, and seized 36 luxury cars. The raids, part of Operation Numkhor, revealed that some of these vehicles were also used to smuggle gold and drugs. Let me quickly go across to my colleague Vivek Narayan. He joins me live with more details on the same. The probe widening there, Vivek. Clearly, Enforcement Directorate also intensifying its investigation into the Bhutan vehicle smuggling case. We believe searches have been conducted at around 17 locations, including the residence of actor Dulquer Salmaan and Mammootty. Quite famous names there. Do take us through the latest.
Absolutely. Raids have been conducted at the residences of top actors of Malayalam, including Mammootty, son Dulquer Salmaan, Prithviraj, and also a newcomer called Amit Chalakal, who's already been under the scanner of the Customs Department. Remember, this is as part of the Operation Numkhor, where cars from Bhutan has been illegally smuggled to India, especially to the southern part of the country, through a gang based in Coimbatore. Remember, what we clearly understands from certain sources, from the media and also from the officials, is that the raids are being conducted after the customs has clearly indicated that there has been hawala transactions, black money transactions, between these car dealers and these high-profile individuals. It's on this basis that the Enforcement Directorate has come into picture, because there has been clear FEMA violation. Section 345 of FEMA Act has been violated in this particular case, because the customs clearly understands that there has been hawala transactions that was been involved, and the value, the car's value was clearly undervalued here, and that has been sold to these actors. Now, whether these actors and high profile individuals like Dulquer Salmaan and Mammootty and others were aware of this, or they whether they were ignorant of all these things. Now, this has to be clearly been this will be the the main discussion now, because today, as we understand, officials have already managed to find certain documents to actually substantiate their claims, and they are now checking these details with these actors and their managers. Dulquer Salmaan's 3 residences are under the scanner of the Enforcement Directorate. As we can see on the visuals right now, the ED officials in the house of Mammootty in Panambali Nagar. And also remember, Dulquer Salmaan at this point of time, he's not in Kochi, he's in Chennai. Even there, one of his residences has been raided by the Enforcement Directorate. The raid started at 6 o'clock today morning. Remember, this happens just a day before, where yesterday we saw in the Kerala High Court that this Dulquer Salmaan has filed a petition seeking the custody of the cars, 3 cars, which is under the custody of the Customs Department. Now, Kerala High Court has also given him permission to approach the Customs Department and ask them to hand it over back on a provisional basis. Just a day after that, that the Enforcement Directorate comes and searches his residence. Now, that means that, the Enforcement Directorate has clearly got certain documents, which clearly indicates that there was some kind of hawala transaction that was involved. Now we understand that it's based on that pretext that they are conducting these raids. The raids are still underway right now. What we understand is that it could go up to afternoon, at least up to 12 o'clock, because the ED officials are searching their houses, their offices, and also speaking with their workers in their house, also their managers and other people who are involved in their financial dealings and transactions, because ED clearly wants to know on what basis did they buy these vehicles, whether there was any undervaluation of these cars, and whether someone else was involved in this. So all these things will be coming under the purview of the investigation.
Learning that the raids were part of a preliminary inquiry. So what triggered the ED's involvement now, especially after Customs had already carried out searches just last month?
The ED has entered into the picture clearly after they found out that there was Hawala transaction involved in this. Now that is, and hence they understand that there was clear violation of FEMA, FEMA Act, FEMA Section 2, Section 3 and 4 in this particular case. And that's precisely the reason why the Enforcement Directorate has come into picture. And they want to know what kind of Hawala transaction was involved, whether, it involved people from abroad, or it's just confined to Kochi, Trivandrum, and Kozhikode. So all these things has to be found out at this point of time. For that, the bank details, the account details has to be checked. Their mobile phones has to be checked. So all these electronic gadgets, which is present at the house of Mammootty at this point of time. Remember, this house where the search is being conducted, Mammootty is not staying there. It's being leased to a different person. Now, that is exactly where they're conducting the raids. What the officials believe is that most of these documents are currently present there. And now they are checking all those things. And if required, these actors will be called for questioning or interrogation in the ED office in Kochi in the coming days.
Right. Thank you very much, Vivek, for joining us with all of those important inputs.